Welcome friends. Up to till we see the linear motion. Now look at this picture. A car moving along circular path. Today we are going to see uniform circular motion. Look at this picture. A boy run through a rectangular track. Means it changes direction 4 times. Here the boy runs through hexagonal path track. He have to change his direction 6 times. And as we increase the number of sides to infinity, the polygon becomes a circle. Means changes direction at each point. He changes its direction at each point. When an object is moving with a constant speed along a circular path, a change in velocity is only due to the change in direction. Hence, it is accelerated motion. When an object moves with constant speed along a circular path, is called circular uniform motion. For example, the motion of a stone in a sling. Now, see the speed of an object. If an object moving along a circular path of motion r takes time to come back to its starting position, its speed can be determined using the formula given below. Speed is equal to circumference upon time. V is equal to 2 pi r upon t. R is equal to radius of the circle. Here are some examples of circular uniform motion. Now, determining the direction of velocity in uniform circular motion. Let's try this. Take a circular disc and put a 5 rupee coin at a point along its edge. Make it move around its axis by putting a pin through it. When the disc is moved at higher speed, the coin will be thrown off as shown in figure. The direction in which it is thrown off, repeat the action placing the coin at different points along the edge of the circle and observe the direction in which the coin is thrown off. The coin will be thrown off in the direction of the tangent, which is perpendicular to the radius of a disc. Thus, the direction in which it gets thrown off depends on its position of the moment of getting thrown off. Now we have to see Newton's laws of motion. What could be the reason for the following? A static object does not move without the application of a force. The force which is sufficient to lift a book from a table is not sufficient to lift the table. Fruits on a tree fall down when its branches are shaken. An electric fan keeps on rotating for some time even after it is switched off. If we look for reasons for the above, we realize that objects have some inertia. We have learned that inertia is related to the mass of an object. Newton's first law of motion. An object balanced and unbalanced force. You must have played tug of war. So long as the forces applied by both the sides are equal, that is balanced force. The center of the rope is static in spite of applied forces. On the other hand, when the applied forces become unequal, that is unbalanced force. Now Newton's first law of motion. An object continues to remain at rest or in a state of uniform motion along a straight line unless an external unbalanced force acts on it. When an object is at rest or in uniform motion along a straight line, it does not mean that no force is acting on it. Newton's first law explains the phenomenon of inertia, that is, the inability of an object to change its state of motion on its own. It also explains the unbalanced forces which cause a change in the state of an object at rest or in uniform motion. In the picture, you can see a man stand in a bus. When a passenger is standing in a stationary bus that suddenly moves, the movement pushes him back. that starting moving whereas the upper part of the body continues to be at rest because of inertia. बघा मैत्रिणींनो, आपण बसमध्ये ज्या वेळेला बसलेलो असतो त्यावेळेला थांबलेली बस जेव्हा अचानक सुरू होते त्यावेळेला आपण मागे झुकतो आणि एखाद वेळेस अचानक ज्या वेळेला बस थांबते, ब्रेक मारला जातो, त्यावेळेला आपण पुढच्या बाजूला झुकतो. हे कशामुळे होतं? इनर्शियामुळे.